The dimming of lights when the AC turns on suggests an issue with the electrical system, and not necessarily with the utility company. There are several possible causes and solutions to consider. Firstly, inadequate wiring may be the culprit. If the wiring is undersized for the electrical load, especially if there have been additions or renovations to the house, it can cause problems. When high-power appliances like air conditioners turn on, the increased current can cause voltage drops in the wiring. The solution to this is to upgrade the wiring to an appropriate size to handle the increased load. Secondly, loose connections could be to blame. Loose connections at the panel, outlets, or fixtures can cause resistance and voltage drops. When the AC draws more current, the loose connections can heat up and further increase the resistance. To remedy this, check all electrical connections and tighten any loose screws or terminals. Thirdly, the circuit might be overloaded. The AC unit and other appliances may be sharing the same circuit, thus overloading it. This can lead to voltage drops and flickering lights. To solve this, redistribute appliances to different circuits or install a dedicated circuit for the AC unit. Fourthly, consider the possibility of a faulty AC unit. A malfunctioning AC unit can draw excessive current, causing voltage drops. In this case, have the AC unit inspected and serviced by a qualified technician. Fifthly, a small service panel might be the problem. A 100 amp panel may not be sufficient to handle the electrical load of the house, especially if there are multiple high-powered appliances. One solution to consider is upgrading to a larger panel, such as a 150 amp or 200 amp panel, to provide more capacity. It's crucial to have a qualified electrician investigate the problem to determine the exact cause and provide a safe solution. Attempting to fix electrical issues yourself can be dangerous. Now, let's delve into these potential issues in more detail, starting with the implications of inadequate wiring. When electrical wiring is not appropriately sized for the load it carries, it creates a bottleneck. This is because the wires themselves possess a certain amount of resistance to the flow of electrical current. This resistance, although often minimal in properly sized wiring, becomes significant when the current exceeds the wire's capacity. Think of it like trying to force too much water through a narrow pipe. The pressure drops significantly. In electrical terms, this pressure is voltage, and the drop in voltage manifests as dimming lights, especially when a high-demand appliance like an air conditioner kicks on. The National Electrical Code, or NEC, specifies the appropriate wire gauge for different amperage ratings. For example, a 15 amp circuit typically requires 14 gauge wire, while a 20 amp circuit necessitates 12 gauge wire. Larger appliances, like air conditioners, often require dedicated circuits with even heavier gauge wiring, such as 10 gauge or 8 gauge, depending on their amperage draw. Checking the wire gauge of the existing wiring against the requirements of the connected appliances is a crucial step in diagnosing the problem. If the wiring is indeed undersized, it must be replaced with the appropriate gauge to ensure safe and efficient operation. This isn't just about preventing dimming lights. Undersized wiring can overheat, potentially leading to insulation damage, electrical fires, and other serious hazards. Moving on to loose connections, these can be deceptively problematic. A loose connection introduces resistance into the circuit, similar to undersized wiring. However, unlike the constant resistance of a too small wire, the resistance of a loose connection can fluctuate. This fluctuation is often caused by the connection heating up and cooling down as current flows through it. As the connection heats up, the metal expands, potentially loosening the connection further and increasing resistance. This increased resistance leads to a voltage drop, causing lights to dim and appliances to operate inefficiently. In severe cases, a loose connection can create a spark, which is a significant fire hazard. Identifying and tightening loose connections requires a systematic approach. Start by turning off the power to the circuit at the breaker panel. Then carefully inspect each connection point, including those at outlets, switches, light fixtures, and within the breaker panel itself. Look for signs of discoloration, corrosion, or melting, which can indicate overheating. Use a properly insulated screwdriver to tighten any loose screws or terminals. If a connection appears severely damaged, it may need to be replaced entirely. Remember, safety is paramount when working with electricity. Always double-check that the power is off before touching any wires or connections, and use appropriate safety gear, such as insulated gloves and eye protection. Now let's discuss overloaded circuits. An overloaded circuit occurs when the total amperage draw of all devices connected to a circuit exceeds the circuit's capacity. Each circuit breaker is designed to protect the wiring from overheating by tripping and cutting off power when the current exceeds its rated amperage. However, before a breaker trips, the circuit can experience voltage drops, leading to dimming lights and inefficient appliance operation. To determine if a circuit is overloaded, add up the amperage draw of all devices connected to it. You can usually find the amperage rating of an appliance on a label located on the appliance itself. If the total amperage exceeds the circuit breaker's rating, the circuit is overloaded. The solution is to redistribute appliances to different circuits or install a dedicated circuit for high-demand appliances like air conditioners. A dedicated circuit is a circuit that serves only one appliance. This ensures that the appliance has access to its full rated amperage without being affected by other devices on the same circuit. Installing a dedicated circuit typically involves running new wiring from the breaker panel to the appliance, which should be done by a qualified electrician. Next, let's consider a faulty AC unit. A malfunctioning AC unit can draw excessive current due to various internal problems, such as a failing compressor, a short circuit, or a clogged air filter. This excessive current draw can overload the circuit and cause voltage drops, leading to dimming lights. To diagnose a faulty AC unit, you'll need to enlist the help of a qualified HVAC technician. The technician can use specialized equipment to measure the AC unit's current draw and identify any underlying problems. If the AC unit is indeed drawing excessive current, it may need to be repaired or replaced. Finally, let's discuss the possibility of a small service panel. The service panel is the main electrical distribution point in your home. It receives power from the utility company and distributes it to the various circuits throughout your house. The size of the service panel, measured in amps, determines the total amount of power that can be safely delivered to your home. A 100 amp service panel may be sufficient for a small house with minimal electrical appliances. However, for a larger house with multiple high-demand appliances such as air conditioners, electric stoves, and electric water heaters, a 100 amp panel may be inadequate. Upgrading to a larger service panel, such as a 150 amp or 200 amp panel, can provide more capacity and prevent voltage drops. Upgrading a service panel is a complex and potentially dangerous task that should only be performed by a qualified electrician. It involves disconnecting the power from the utility company, replacing the panel, and reconnecting the power. It may also require upgrading the wiring between the utility company and the service panel. The decision of whether to upgrade the service panel should be based on a thorough assessment of your home's electrical needs. An electrician can perform a load calculation to determine the total amperage draw of all your appliances and electrical devices. This calculation will help determine the appropriate size for your service panel. Beyond these primary causes, several other factors can contribute to dimming lights. These include problems with the neutral wire, voltage fluctuations from the utility company, and even the type of light bulbs used. A loose or corroded neutral wire can create an imbalance in the electrical system, leading to voltage drops and dimming lights. Voltage fluctuations from the utility company are rare but can occur, especially during peak demand periods. If you suspect voltage fluctuations, contact your utility company to report the problem. Incandescent light bulbs are more susceptible to voltage fluctuations than other types of light bulbs, such as LED and CFL bulbs. Switching to LED or CFL bulbs can reduce the effects of voltage fluctuations on your lighting. Regarding the initial voltage readings of 123 volts lined to neutral on both phases, this is within the normal range for residential voltage, which is typically 120 volts plus or minus 5%. However, the drop to 104 volts on line 1 and 102 volts on line 2 when the AC kicks on is a significant drop, exceeding the acceptable range. This drop, followed by a return to 119 volts, suggests a temporary overload or a loose connection that is heating up and increasing resistance. The fact that the voltage returns to 119 volts after a few seconds indicates that the system is able to recover somewhat, but the initial drop is still a cause for concern. This behavior is consistent with either an overloaded circuit, undersized wiring, or a loose connection that is being exacerbated by the AC unit's high current draw. To further investigate this issue, consider using a multimeter to monitor the voltage at different points in the circuit while the AC unit is running. This can help pinpoint the location of the voltage drop. For example, measuring the voltage at the breaker panel at the outlet where the AC unit is plugged in and at a light fixture on the same circuit can provide valuable clues. If the voltage drop is significant at the breaker panel, it suggests a problem with the service panel or the incoming power from the utility company. If the voltage drop is localized to a specific circuit, it suggests a problem with the wiring or connections on that circuit. Remember to exercise caution when working with electricity and to consult a qualified electrician if you are not comfortable performing these tests yourself. The information provided is intended for general guidance only and should not be considered a substitute for professional electrical advice. Always consult a qualified electrician for any electrical work or troubleshooting. Attempting to fix electrical issues yourself can be dangerous and may violate local electrical codes. When selecting an electrician, be sure to choose someone who is licensed, insured, and experienced in residential electrical work. Ask for references and check online reviews to ensure that you are hiring a reputable professional. A qualified electrician will be able to accurately diagnose the problem, provide a safe and effective solution, and ensure that your electrical system is functioning properly. In addition to addressing the immediate problem of dimming lights, it's also important to consider the long-term health and safety of your electrical system. Regular electrical inspections can help identify potential problems before they become serious hazards. These inspections can also help ensure that your electrical system is up to code and that it is meeting the needs of your household. Electrical codes are constantly evolving to reflect new technologies and safety standards. Staying up to date with these codes can help ensure that your home is safe and energy efficient. Furthermore, consider the energy efficiency of your electrical appliances and lighting. Upgrading to energy-efficient appliances and LED lighting can reduce your energy consumption and lower your electricity bills. Energy-efficient appliances and lighting also tend to last longer, reducing the need for replacements and maintenance. Many utility companies offer rebates and incentives for upgrading to energy-efficient appliances and lighting. Check with your local utility company to see what programs are available in your area. Finally, remember that electricity is a powerful and potentially dangerous force. Always exercise caution when working with electricity and to consult a qualified electrician for any electrical work or troubleshooting. By taking these precautions, you can help ensure the safety and reliability of your home's electrical system. This will prevent the dimming of lights and keep you safe from harm.